And for this, I will be talking about what we are normalizing. And so I ask you, did you know that women all over the porn industry are forced into having sex against their will? And that actually that includes minors? More than 60 women, Japanese women that we know of, were forced or threatened to have sex on camera against their will. Think then, how many are there out there that we're not aware of? And so I wonder, is that fair? Is fulfilling somebody's pleasures, desires, fair or enough to force someone to have sex against their will? I don't think so. Watching porn directly increases the demand for sex traffickers to record videos and sell them to porn sites. And it also normalizes abuse during sex. According to an anti-trafficking non-profit organization called Rescue Freedom, in 9 countries, 49 of sexually exploited women said that pornography was made of them while they were being sold for sex. Let's not go around the bushes, alright? Coerced sex is rape. If a person is not willing to have sex, if a person is threatened or forced to have sex, that is rape. And if that is recorded and sold, that is sexual trafficking. Many women all over the world have been threatened, abused, drugged for having sex and recorded. Not every case in the industry is like that, and I get that. But there are plenty of cases that are. I'm not saying sex trafficking's root is porn, but it's completely related to it. Also, talking about abuse. Most adult videos nowadays show some kind of abuse. Porn normalizes the abuse during sex. Porn sets and shows how normal it is to hit someone or to hurt someone. And it's not okay. What does this communicate? That, well, people like getting hit and hurt. And that actually screaming and crying out of pain in sex is normal. Porn dehumanizes people. Porn increases the demand for sex trafficking. Porn normalizes abuse. During an interview a while ago in 2016, an AV star named Saki Kosai explicitly and thoroughly explained how she was tricked into the industry. She said that she was told she was going to be a model, that so-called agency of modeling was offering her a job, and she was 24 and very excited for life, and so she agreed. And she got the job, and the first day she went, her first day of work, she then realized that part of the job was having sex on camera. And I quote, she said this: "I couldn't take off my clothes. All I could do was cry. There were 20 people around me waiting. No woman could say no when they're surrounded like that." She then said that she needed to start taking tranquilizer because of the anxiety that caused her. What else do we need to know, right? And so she also said that that agency convinced her to cut ties with any family of hers, that she needed to focus on her career. And clearly, if you think about it, they're very strategic, and they say, well, if this girl talks to one of her family members and it gets out what we're doing, then we might be in trouble. So let's convince her not to talk to them. An anonymous city editor said, and I quote, "For a long time, there have been a lot of cases of young women recruited and told that they were going to become models or celebrities and ended up being tricked to appear in AV productions." And again, I wonder, how is nobody talking about this? Why is literally no one talking about this issue? How does internet porn don't have any laws on its production, on its distribution, on its consumption, anything? There's no laws against it. People are being forced to be on those videos, and there are no laws against those. How is no one literally doing nothing about this? What kind of society are we now? And yeah, maybe people can say, it seems like they're willingly there. And yeah, even if it seems like they're performing willingly in that video, how do you know they were not threatened or coerced to be there? Can you tell? Listen and think about this. Can you tell by watching a porn video if a person was happy to be there? Or coerced or threatened or drugged to be there? There's no way on earth that you could tell if a person was being forced there. And that's the whole idea. To make it look sensual, to make it look kinky. That's what porn does. There are even like sketches in which a girl was tricked to be a model and she ends up having sex with a camera guy. Reality, am I right? Yes, reality. That's the sad part. That maybe you could say it's just a sketch, but it isn't. It's the reality of hundreds and thousands of women out there suffering because of consuming porn. Because if you're watching it, then it creates a demand. And sex industry is actually a good pay. So why not, right? Why not why not treat women like objects and force them to have sex and make them cry and make them puke and make them choke and vomit? Because that's what's sexy, right? It's not. What is porn normalizing? What do you think it's normal now during sex because of porn? Again, coerced sex is rape. And if that's recorded and sold, is sex trafficking. It's as simple as that. Don't take the chance of fueling an industry that's as terrible as sex trafficking just because you're watching something. The more the consumption of porn, the more the desire for sex slaves. And with that, human trafficking grows. Human trafficking. As I said before, women have been threatened, forced, drugged, abused for having sex on camera. It's not fair. As a society, we cannot keep normalizing things like this. As a society, we need to stop this issue. We need to talk about this. We need to realize what's wrong. We need to realize that it's not fair for women to be treated like that. It's not fair. Think about Saki Kosai for a second. She was there, all alone, waiting to be a model, with excitement. She gets in on her first day, and she's told to have sex on camera. She's surrounded by 20 people waiting for her to have sex on camera. Watching porn directly increases and fuels a demand for sex traffickers to make videos and sell them to porn sites. Think about this, and this is my last thing. One of those people being forced on those videos is someone's mother, someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's friend. Is it fair for them to be threatened and forced to have sex on camera? For somebody on the other screen having fun? Is it fair? Thank you.